Hello viewers. When I look at the Middle Eastern media, especially the media related to Arab powers, Al Jazeera, Middle Eastern Eye, they always vouch about this, profess about this two-state solution. I ask these chumps, these analysts, okay, how is it possible that a two-state solution can be conceived when there are enormous amount of settlements, especially on the West Bank. You see the sparsity of the chunks of the areas that now lies in the West Bank. The UN mandated West Bank is no more there. So technically speaking, if you look at the reality, the ground reality, two-state solution with a viable Palestinian state with West Bank at its kind of majority holding land is not possible, it's not conceivable now. The only solution is a one-state solution. The question is, what does Netanyahu wants in Gaza? You see, Netanyahu is the most Machiavellian character in the Israeli state. He wants just to save his political skin. He wants to decimate, he wants to throw Gaza into the Sinai desert in Egypt and to throw the West Bankers, the Palestinians living on the West Bank across the Jordan River in Jordan. Because they do not want a two-state solution, which is the only solution that was possible maybe 10 to 20 years back. In my opinion, the only solution which is now practically viable after the settlement, especially in the West Bank, is a one-state solution, a democratic Israel-Palestine, where every nation, every race, every religious community should have equal rights. Thank you so much. You see, after the thumping victory of Donald Trump and a complete crushing defeat of Democrats, the US establishment, which is basically a kind of a extension of the Democratic elite or the Democratic party, is now spinning up theories that Donald Trump was attacked by an Iranian agent, and because of which the Iranian state is involved in the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I just ask a simple question. Okay, where was this agent, this Iranian agent 3 months back? Why suddenly this agent has been dug up now after the thumping defeat? It is obviously clear that the parties, the neocons want to create acrimony between Iran and the Donald Trump administration. House of Representatives is still not decided, although elections have taken place about 3 or 4 days back. There is a race which is now tightening up between Democrats and Republicans, that who is going to control the lower house of the US Congress. Still it is not decided, although reports suggest that Republicans will be able to get enough numbers to control the House. If the US House of Representatives goes to the GOP, then not only the Congress, both the upper house, the Senate, the lower house, House of Representatives, and also the executive branch, the presidency, will go towards Donald Trump, and that will give him an enormous amount of power, not only to control the executive authority, but also the legislative authority, which is the US Congress. Just a small snippet on the Ukraine crisis, the Ukraine war, and what does it mean after the Donald Trump's presidency. You see, Donald Trump has openly stated, his vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance has openly stated that they will close down this Ukrainian project. They will not be granting any more aid, any more tens of billions of dollars to Ukraine to launder money back to Western capitals. I'm afraid the days for Zelensky's regime, and especially for Zelensky, the Ukrainian head of the state, is now in a very murky state. I'm afraid the end of the Ukrainian regime is very near. I want to touch a little bit about the Imran Khan's political future and its current strategy, the Tehreek-e-Insaf current strategy. You see, I think they have renewed the public contact, the jalsas and the public meetings which they are conducting. And I think that will increase in numbers and also in vigor. You will see intense pressure will be put on the government to change its current policy, to change its repression against Tehreek-e-Insaf. And I think with the changing political situation in the international arena, this can bear fruit. So Imran Khan's, I personally feel, should not only increase contacts to get a deal in his favor, but also to increase public pressure to get the fruits out of this political maneuvering. Just a small snippet about the ongoing political crisis in Pakistan and the major development which has taken place in the last week or so. Donald Trump's election has definitely changed the political dynamics in Pakistan, because it was the Biden administration that provided the canopy, the cover for the regime change operation in Pakistan, on the behest of which the sham government was imported and imposed on the Pakistani public, even though there was a clear mandate which was given against this government. And I think with the changes in the Washington, the changes in the international establishment will have a role and a change in the upcoming days in Pakistan. Just a small bit about the tragic incident today in Balochistan, which is the most restive province in Pakistan. 25 people have already died, and the attack was committed by the Baloch Liberation Army, which is funded by the agencies outside Pakistan. You see, Pakistani security forces are dying in numbers for the last God knows how many years. And this is a continuation of this atrocity which is now going on in Balochistan for the last 40 years. Unless there is a political solution in Balochistan, I'm afraid this is going to continue in the future. Thank you so much.